we are actually offering those industries is the vast talent and knowledge and experience that we have here in our university. We have faculty and students going back and forth with ideas. Some of the ideas come from the academia, and many of the ideas come from those private companies that are looking for solutions to their own problems.
It's very simple. Israel has the highest rate of investment in terms of percentage of the GDP in research and development. 85% of it comes from abroad. And the reason is fully commercial. They come here because they have the right people, they have the right culture of startups, of taking risk, and therefore the best results per dollar. And that's how Israel became a global hub for cybersecurity technologies.
The cybersecurity industry in Israel is one of the most advanced in the world. Israel has more than 5% of the global market share, second only to the US. Israel's annual export is more than $3.5 billion.
Israel is at the heart of the world's cyber industry, generating dozens of exits worth billions of dollars. It appears that in light of the ongoing increase in global cyber needs, the Israeli cyber industry is expected to attract a growing number of investments and acquisition transactions in the coming years.
Thank you. Thank you, Shlomi, for this video overview. So let's talk maybe a little bit about the whole industry here, and why is it that Israel is leading in cybersecurity, and why non-Israeli investors are so keen to invest in Israeli companies in this industry.
So thank you, Anna, and thank you, everyone. Good morning. It's great to be here. You actually had an opportunity to, in 2 minutes, to listen to, I would say, the best minds and the leading experts in Israel. But let me add a couple of additional points. As we sit here, there are this statistic says about 50,000 cyber attacks happening. About 10%, close to 10%, are against Israel. And out of this 10%, 99.9% will fail. And we are when we talk about Israel, we talk about what is called necessity. And our necessity, our reality, brings us to a need to find solutions in order to protect ourselves. Like about a week ago, I don't know how many of you followed, there was, during the weekend, the Hamas, basically, cybersecurity center was actually taken down. And we are a target. And because we're a target, we need to find solutions to this. And the solutions that we find, I mean, what we see, what the companies are becoming, are growing out of these necessities and out of these solutions. So just to give an example, just last year, there were about 66 new companies established, founded in Israel, focusing on cybersecurity. Export of $10 billion. And the necessity turns into an industry. We talk about, you saw Checkpoint, but there is another big company, many other companies, CyberArk, which some people estimate about $1.8 billion. And the companies, the Israeli companies, they focus on every possible aspect of cybersecurity, whether it's data protection, whether it's big data, anti-fraud, automotive. And the situation that we are, as the cyberspace is growing, is the cyber threats are growing as well. And we need to find solutions because of that.
So do you have, we just mentioned a few, but maybe you can have some specific examples of some successful companies you can share with us.
So we can talk about, there's a long line of companies that were acquired in the past. It's important to say that Israel is a hub of over 300 multinational companies. Most of them are in tech companies. PayPal, Cisco, Citibank, Microsoft are all located with R&D centers in Israel. Deutsche Telekom, has a center in cybersecurity park, which is called Cyberspark down in Beersheba. But to give a couple of examples, you have Trusteer, which was providing information security technology for financial institutions that was acquired by IBM, Sivera by Palo Alto Networks, Microsoft acquired several companies, Salesforce acquired a couple of companies in the past year, and so on. So there is an ongoing, Israel turned to be like a hub, like a manufacturing platform for startup companies. And having all this multinational in Israel is basically the reason that people, they're all attracted to the technology coming out.
You're a government representative, so maybe you can share with us, does Israeli government have any governmental programs that support entrepreneurship in this area?
So let's start with why cybersecurity got such a strong boost in Israel. So back in 2002, the government appointed the Information Security Agency to be responsible, to be the guide, to guide the civilian bodies. That was because it was detected, we understood that cybersecurity or cyber can be a threat to Israel. In 1970, a year ago, two years ago, we established the National Cyber Directorate, which is responsible for all the cyber defense in the civilian sphere. And the government is, the issue of cyber is because we detected it so early, there is a lot of emphasis which is put on building the right capacity and the right ecosystem for cybersecurity companies. So the Israeli Innovation Authority launched a special program a year ago in which it, together with the Ministry of Trade and Economy and with the National Cyber Directorate, in order to support startups in cybersecurity. There is huge emphasis on human resource, on ensuring that the next generation of Israelis going into the military will be directed into this area. And for example, there is a huge investment in high schools. Already starting from the high school, finding the best of the best, taking them to boot camps, teaching them coding, and when they go into the military, they basically they already have the right background. And then from the military, which provides the best experience that one can think about, they're moving to the industry. And this is what creates this amazing ecosystem. The other thing that the government did is encouraging basically a combination of academy, industry, and government support. Meaning combining all of this together creates the right ecosystem that one supports the other in order to be able to create a better ecosystem, but also a better environment and to get the right people into the sphere.
Well, thank you, Shlomi, for this input on the Israeli industry. We'll continue with privacy, security throughout the day today. This day is almost like dedicated to privacy and security and cybersecurity issues. So thank you so much.
Thank you.